Hey guys, are you ready to explore the dark and mysterious corners of the wilderness? We've stumbled upon some shocking trail cam footage that was never meant to see the light of day. From sightings of otherworldly beings like aliens and witches, to encounters with legendary creatures like Bigfoot and mermaids, this footage will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the world around us. How can we explain these sightings? Are they real or simply hoaxes? Join us as we delve into the unknown and try to unravel the secrets hidden in this disturbing trail cam footage. Welcome back to the Peeled Orange, and today, we're going to explore the mysteries of the natural world through the lens of trail cam footage. These cameras, typically used by hunters or wildlife enthusiasts, capture images and videos of animals in their natural habitats. But sometimes, they capture something more. Quickly give this video a like and subscribe to stay up to date on all our gripping stories. Now, let's begin. Our first clip features a creature with glowing eyes. In this next video, we follow a brave adventurer with a camera who descends into the depths of the earth. With his camera rolling, he captures footage of a creepy creature lurking in the shadows. As he stops moving, the creature emerges from the darkness with two glowing eyes peering out from its mysterious form. But as soon as the man attempts to approach the creature, it scurries back into the abyss. The footage leaves us with more questions than answers, and we're left wondering what kind of being we just witnessed. Next up, we have a close call, a dude out on his bike enjoying the fresh air and beautiful scenery, when all of a sudden he's being chased by a massive grizzly bear. The guy puts the pedal to the metal and tries to outbike the bear, but the furry creature isn't giving up so easily. Finally, the cyclist must jump off his bike and run into the woods to hide behind a tree, hoping the bear won't find him. Fortunately, some hunters were in the area, and they managed to scare the bear away with a few shots. Talk about a wild ride? Moving on, mole rat, that's the least of its worries. It's literally seconding away from meeting its creator. Imagine going out on a stroll and coming across something like this. Well, unfortunate, this is something that happens more often than we would like to admit. It's probably already game over for the mole rat. Steve the snake would never pass on an opportunity to have a sumptuous meal like this. While you may love chicken wraps, Steve is not particularly picky and wouldn't mind having this mole rat. The good thing about this, though, is he won't be having another meal anytime soon. Snakes such as Steve only eat what they have to and wouldn't need to eat again until this mole rat, whom we're going to call Fred, is totally digested good things. Steve and his family don't go out for dinner often. I mean, can you imagine the sight of 6 or more of these snakes on a killing spree and eating a number of these mole rats at the same time? Well, I don't want to imagine such a scene. Humans might end up next on their menu. Can you guess the species of the snake, though? Our fourth clip features a Bigfoot in a small rural community. Residents have been claiming for years that they spotted a strange creature lurking in the woods. Despite their stories, no one believed them until one resident was finally able to capture it on video. The footage shows a massive gorilla-like creature walking through the woods. But is it really Bigfoot or just a clever hoax? The debate continues to rage on, but one thing is for sure: this video has made a lot of people think twice about venturing into the woods alone. Moving on, Opossum versus Skunk. In this hilarious trail cam video, a thirsty skunk was minding its own business, trying to get a sip of water from the pond, when a possum decided to crash the party. Out of nowhere, the possum charged towards the skunk and gave it a little nudge, causing the skunk to tumble into the water. The possum quickly darted away, leaving the skunk drenched and confused. It's not every day that you see a little rivalry between the two cutest critters in the animal kingdom. Next up, we have a witch in a spooky video captured in the woods. A man is recording his surroundings when suddenly he pans the camera to the left and reveals a terrifying sight. Between the branches of a tree stands a witch-like figure staring straight at the camera with an eerie smile. The whole scene looks like something straight out of a horror movie, and it's enough to give anyone the chills. It's unclear what the being is or where it came from. But one thing's for sure, This is not an encounter anyone would want to have in real life.
Next up, we have an alien-like creature. Have you seen the video of the scary creature in the woods? It's insane.
This guy was out in the middle of nowhere at night recording a video when he spotted this mysterious creature just chilling there. But as soon as the creature sensed that it was being recorded, it stood up and started running straight towards the camera. You can see the man running for his life as the creature comes closer.
What was that thing? A monster? A wild animal? Or some freaky supernatural being?
It's proof that there's still some unknown creatures lurking around on this planet. Moving on, we have a mermaid. A guy was wandering around the woods with his camera when he stumbled upon something strange.
It looked like some kind of creature sitting on the ground.
At first glance, it appeared to be a mermaid, but when he zoomed in, he noticed that it was way too skinny to be one. It was moving its hands around, and it didn't seem to notice the guy recording. Nobody really knows what it is, and it's been boggling the minds of everyone who's seen the footage. Next up, we have an old witch. Late one night, a group of men chanced upon an elderly woman on the side of the road. Perplexed, they asked her what she was doing there, but to their dismay, she remained unresponsive and appeared to be in a state of confusion. With her weathered hands and unsettling demeanor, the men became increasingly convinced that she was a witch and decided to record her strange behavior on video. Have you ever been scared out of your own room by a cockroach?
Well, you are not alone.
I'm not ashamed to say I've been, too, but this footage does make me feel better about myself. I've always thought of cockroaches as these vile, unshakable creatures that could withstand anything and had no concept of fear.
That was at least until I saw this video.
Suddenly, I realized cockroaches are not as resilient or bold as I thought they were. Not only was a cockroach running from the wasp, but it also made an easy meal out of it. Perhaps I need to redirect all of my anti-homophobia toward wasps. We have strange cult. Late at night, while driving down a deserted road, an unsettling sight catches your attention. In the periphery of your vision, you see a man dressed in the garb of Charlie Chaplin, which is strange. Suddenly, he starts running, leading you to a group of similarly attired. Our next clip shocked you because there's a lion in your camp, by the way. A man in southern Africa got the worst possible early morning wake-up call when a pride of lions broke into his campsite. A huge male lion approached his tent, and things quickly got out of hand. Unsure of what to do, the man did the only thing he could think of and zipped up his tent, bracing for the worst.
What a surprise. And guess who went home early from safari?
The male lion eventually followed the female as she lost interest and left, giving the man a chance to leave his tent and check on his fellow campers.
It's a good thing he was the lion's breakfast.
The man's frantic breathing and the lion's deep growls can be heard in the background. I've never been in a situation like this myself, but if I had, I doubt I'd be making a scene like this guy is all right.
Actually, that's a lie. I'd be peeing my pants here either way. Who knows?
Maybe that's what the people in the tent were doing as well. And they were probably hoping the first man would just keep quiet and remain still. Either case serves as a warning that wild camping can be a little risky. A pack of lions try to make you the next me. Or will you fall asleep peacefully? Remember, when you visit the wild, expect the wild. Moving on, creepy clip in which dog saves woman's life. Don't know about you, but this kind of gives me the 𝗃𝗵𝗄𝗃.
First me. The relaxed, yet aware German Shepherd.
The dog and his owner can be seen chillaxing on a concrete pad in this amazing video, which is most likely in the local park. However, the dog suddenly awakens and begins barking furiously at his owner. The dog keeps barking despite her distracted attention as she scrolls through her phone. Even worse, he starts pulling at her dress. The owner is initially irritated, but she has no idea that her animal companion is attempting to save her life. A massive branch suddenly crashes to the ground where she was sitting only moments earlier.
She was about to yell at the dog. What a narrow escape.
And to think she was about to reprimand the dog for disturbing her while she was watching.
Top 5 best, probably.
I don't like to make snap judgments, but I'm beginning to believe that animals may possess a sixth sense that humans do not. Maybe it's just me, but every time a pet behaves strangely, it seems like they're trying to let us know of something.
That or they're merely vying for your attention.
Many individuals think that the dog does have a sixth sense, or the capacity to perceive things beyond the human body.
5 senses?
There's no scientific proof for this claim, but there are many instances where dogs appear to be able to sense things that humans are unable to.
Then again, it might be their sense of smell, which is very acute. Lastly, we have a creepy goat.
Someone secretly recorded a goat without it knowing, and the footage shows the goat standing on its hind legs and moving around in a chicken coop, which is an unusual sight for a goat that is typically seen walking on all fours.
The goat seemed to be imitating human movements and was completely oblivious to being watched. The person recording remained hidden, giving the goat a sense of solitude which might have led to its unusual behavior. Please let us know in the comments section.
We hope that this video has shed light on the unsettling footage captured by the trail camera. It's important to remember that our presence in nature can have unintended consequences, and it's crucial to respect the wildlife that calls it home. If you found this video interesting, please consider liking and subscribing to our channel for more thought-provoking content. We appreciate your support and look forward to sharing more exciting videos with you in the future.